Super awesomeness starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's Radio Roundtable.
And welcome to Radio Roundtable. I think we're starting, Kirk. Alongside Kirk Evans, I'm Pete Miller, and we're here to present Radio Roundtable. We haven't seen each other all summer. Or,
awesome.
You guys? Yeah.
Yeah,
It has. Did you have a nice summer?
I had a great summer. Thank you very much. A lot of traveling, a lot of kid stuff, scout stuff. How about you?
Yeah, lots of scout stuff.
Okay.
Did a little fun stuff at the end of the summer here. Just did some
More of a
hiking
fall
the
than
other
a
day.
summer, though. With the weather.
Unfortunately, the weather
Yeah,
hasn't been that great, but
When I moved up here from Boston, they told me that summer in Utica was 3 days of really bad sledding.
yeah, that's probably true. We'll talk about that stuff in a little while.
So we got a new season.
Yeah.
2017, 2018, great scouting season coming up. And it is recruitment time.
Yes, it is. We're looking forward to that and getting as many boys involved and young ladies as we're doing exploring and venturing.
Sure.
So young people will say, getting as many people involved in scouting as possible. So
So we're gonna do today. It's a radio roundup. So it's a short episode.
Yep.
We'll have Walk in the Woods, in a future episode. But real quick, we're gonna talk about recruiting and upcoming dates. Real quick. So if you want to get your calendars out and that sort of thing. But we want to start off by talking to you about recruiting, and that's for all levels of scouting. But let's talk about how people today are finding out about scouting and how they can sign their kids up. And chances are they're looking at their phones, they're looking at the computer, they're doing the Google search to find out how to join Cub Scouting. And just about every place that you search, including on our website, leatherstockingcouncil.org, is going to redirect you to a website called beascout.org. And any parent with an interested child is probably going to end up on that site, and it's great because all they have to do is type in their zip code and it will find the units nearby for them. And that's where you come in. As leaders and volunteers, we want to make sure that the kids in your area find your unit. And what will happen is when they go to beascout.org and they type in their zip code, they're going to come up with a map, which we're going to show you right here. There
we go.
All right. So this is for a Cub Scout pack. If you're looking for a Cub Scout pack in the 1-3.
So in the Utica zip code, I just we're right here. So typed in 13501.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to give you all the different packs that we have the Be a Scout pin for around this local area. So sometimes it'll give about a 10 to 15 mile area.
Right. And the pin is the information and contact information for each unit. So clearly a parent with an interested child who's going to be in scouting is going to say, well, I want the one that is, just 2 miles away. Okay, in which case that's pack 41 from Our Lady of Lourdes Church. And you'll see there is an address there, and you can click to get all the contact information for that unit. So what we're trying to tell you is your PIN needs to be up to date. And if it's not, you should go in here, check it out. If it's not, we're going to show you real quick how to change and update that information so parents of scouts can find your unit.
Yes.
Pete, take it away.
Perfect. Yeah. So basically what scout leaders need to do is you need to go to your my.scouting account. And everybody should set up a my.scouting account to take youth protection and all your different trainings that you can do online. So when you go to the my.scouting account, you're going to then click on your menu. And Matt's going to do a quick transition over to that. Thank you, Matt, for helping us out as always. We appreciate that.
We love Matt.
And you're then going to see the menu, and then you're going to have a thing that's called Legacy Web Tools. And from the Legacy Web Tools, you're going to go to that drop down, and you're going to go to Be a Scout. And you're going to click on Be a Scout. And when you get into the Be a Scout, then you're going to go to Unit Pin Management. Now, there's only a few different people in the pack or troop or crew or post that are able to do the unit pin management. So you're gonna click unit pin management, you're going to go unit description, and you're going to click what are your pack, your troop. So you're gonna click that. And then after you click that, then the person's gonna go over to, you're gonna go to unit pin, and the pin status is going to go active. What that means is whenever anyone clicks on the Be a Scout site, they're gonna see your pack, your troop, and find out what whoever we have in there, or whoever you put in as primary contacts. The next, one of our newest features now is also, we have, people are able to apply online.
When you say apply, you mean sign up their
So-
child for scouting online,
People
right?
can, they can sign their child up online. But in order to do that, the pack, the troop, your unit has to go to apply status and switch that to active. So you'd have to go in and do active, and then Matt, can we go to the next screen, please? The next screen is everybody has to have a primary contact in there. So if there's been someone who was your Cub Master before for a few years, say, and now they've moved up to the troop and they're helping out with the troop, and you have someone who's a new primary contact, we need that information in there. So the new information needs to go in as who you want your primary contact to be. And after that information's in there, then we have to go down to the next is your alternate contacts. So the alternate contacts, there needs to be 2 people there also.
And it has to be 2. You can't just have one alternate contact. We need to have 2
We
alternate
need to have
contacts.
2 alternate contacts for that. And your alternate contacts, we need to have all of that information. The best thing also to do is try to update it by putting in where you guys meet, because that's very important also, is so people know, okay, well, this pack meets at this particular church in this town, and they meet on these nights also. And if you see at the bottom the unit pin, at the unit pin on the bottom, it's gonna have your contact information, and sometimes that will give any additional notes you want there.
Well, actually, right
And
above
you guys-
that, where it says additional unit information,
Yep,
that'd be a great place to put in your meeting times,
that's what, yeah.
right? I know that's what you're gonna say.
Well,
I was just getting
No,
impatient.
thank you, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Additional information, put as much in there as possible.
And then press save.
And yes, the biggest thing, save. Yeah, make sure you're always saving there.
Are we having technical difficulties?
Save any changes, and then once you hit save, it's gonna show you that your unit saved successfully. So that's a big thing, and then you could go back in and check it again.
Put in
just
your
to
zip
make
code
sure,
and
put in
just-
your zip code, just to check that, yes, everything's been saved, we're good, and then the correct person is getting the information that they need, the primary person for your pack.
Yeah, the last thing we want is someone who has a child who's interested in scouting and them not being able to find you. And we wanna give them as much information as possible and make it as easy as possible. So now we have our pins updated.
So pins are updated.
We need to get people to join the unit.
Yeah,
Okay, so when they call, you can talk to them about upcoming school nights. And your DE is gonna help you with flyers that go in school folders and packets and help arrange that. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, the DE will come to the school night, or someone will come to the school night if they need the help?
if packs feel they want that, we're here to help you guys. That's our biggest thing, is if the schools are gonna let us come in, we wanna come in and talk to the boys. We wanna get the word out there that yes, there's a scouting program in your town, and here's how to join. And so that's what we're here to help help everybody out with.
And there's also lots of other resources, so we have Facebook, we have social media, we have websites. Your unit may have a website. Oftentimes you're struggling to find images to put on that or on your unit Facebook page. There's a great resource. If you just Google BSA Marketing Toolkit, that will get you to the right place. There are images that National has provided just for this. There are Facebook profile photos. There are different formats and shapes for Cubs, for Boy Scouts, for Explorers, for Ventures, all sorts of wonderful information. And for media, there are radio spots that you can hopefully get your local radio station to play. And there's TV spots as well. And they're produced really well. They look nice. We'll show you one.
We'll show you, yeah.
This is a national TV spot that you can use.
Many different commercials out there that we definitely say, play the recruitment videos.
Yeah.
We want the word out there to as many people as possible that scouting isn't dead, that we are here in all these different towns, and if there's not a scouting unit in a town, that go to be a scout, you could find out where the next closest is. If we're always looking at starting new units also, if there's not one in the town, we have enough people that wanna start something, that's another route to go.
And we got a lot of exciting things planned for this year, and it's not, a lot of it's camping focused, but a lot of it is other things. We're gonna do another STEM camporee this year.
Yes.
Okay, so that's gonna be drones and computers and all sorts of wonderful things like that, so. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out to the council office in your DE, and we'll be happy to help with recruitment.
Yeah.
Next, we should talk about upcoming events,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, September, get your calendar. If you don't have one already, we have calendars at our council stores in Oneonta and in Utica, and
All
the information. One of the first things in there is about youth protection. And one of the things we're gonna tell you about with youth protection is, in the past, you had 30 days to do the youth protection when you would fill out an application. One of our new things it's brand new in September, is youth protection has to be accompanied with an application when it's turned into the council. So, in order to have any applications turned into youth protection also has to be done at the same time.
To clarify, you're talking about adult and volunteer application or a youth application?
Yeah, adult, sorry, yes, thank you very
Okay.
much, any adult. The youth applications, no, there's still, youth applications are good to
Just
go
wanted to
right
make
to the
sure.
leader.
I wasn't sure if the parent maybe had to do it if they're applying a youth.
No,
Okay.
thank you,
All right.
thanks for that clarification, yes, very good. Yeah, what do I, I'll be signing my youngest up.
And we have to do it
Next
every
week.
year.
Yes.
Youth protection's every year.
And that's a new national,
Yeah.
that used to be, it had been a council, and national just went to yearly, so.
And that's for
new.
everyone's protection. That goes for anyone with direct contact with the youth, merit badge counselors, leaders, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that covered, what we wanna do is talk about real quick upcoming events, things that you're not gonna wanna miss, and we'll just do it mostly for the month of September. A couple other things, just so that when we talk to you again on Roundup in October, you'll stay current, so we won't fill you with the whole year's worth of events, but what you need to know coming up. I'll start with Henderson Beaver Day, and what that really is, you're familiar with our Beaver Weekends, and that is where volunteers can come and help improve the camp. There's always projects to be done, whether it's painting or building or cleaning or just general maintenance of the camp.
Mhm.
Henderson Beaver Day is on September 16th. So show up there. You know what time that starts at?
They'll probably be starting around 9.
Around 9 in the morning.
And
You can be skilled, unskilled, there's a job for everybody.
and again, that's another opportunity for any of the troops that are looking at adopting a campsite, where they can also work on your campsite that you wanted to possibly adopt, and come up to help out with that. Any projects, there's always brush to be clean, we wanna just keep it looking nice year round.
Yeah, and we're gonna do the same thing, I'm gonna jump ahead real quick, at Camp Kingsley on September 30th. So the 16th at Henderson, the 30th for
30th
Kingsley.
at Kingsley, and also while you're at Kingsley, any Order of the Arrow Brothers, that's also our Oktoberfest is what it's being called, and that's September 30th, October 1st. And it's also the Ordeal Weekend for anybody that was not able to make the Ordeal Weekend in August, can go to the Ordeal Weekend in September. So those are some upcoming and.
Okay, well, we also have the Brotherhood Camporee, which is a great camporee. I don't know if you've ever been, I don't know if you ever left the country, but this happens every year, US and Canada, and it alternates countries each year. It's up, I'm trying to remember the name of the campground, but this year it's in Canada. And what we do is units from anywhere in the US, really. I mean, but mostly the Northeast come
Yeah, a
up.
lot of mainly Northeast. Are you going again this year? This year it's on because last year
It's in Morrisburg.
Morrisburg, Ontario. Last year it was in on this side of Wellesley Island on the American side, and so they switch back and forth, and we've had more and more troops from our council that.
I'll tell you, we have a great time. If you like patch trading, it's the place to go. I mean, there's tons of patch trading, but last year they had shooting sports. There was a shotgun thing, with skeet.
Oh yeah.
Okay, only you had bow and arrows, and they shoot frisbees.
Oh,
and you're trying to shoot frisbees out of the air.
I think we shown that last October. We showed the video on that.
that was fantastic. I mean, there's animal exhibits, everything. So if you get a chance to go, music, bonfires, I can't recommend it enough. It's a lot of fun. As long as you have a passport or enhanced driver's license to get across the border and back, which is very important.
That it is.
All right, next we have fall camporees coming up, and online registration for those starts next week.
Yeah, online registration for those should be starting September 15th. And as always, we do need volunteers from each unit to try to help us out. In order to run a quality camporee, we need to have all units at least have one volunteer to help run an area. And
many hands make for
many
light work.
hands make for light work.
Yeah.
So that's what at least I know for the fall camporee that's being held in Walton. There's going to be
German Flats is another one.
Yeah, there's
right?
German Flats is gonna be the Iron Chef Camporee.
Yeah.
And those are taking place October 13th through the 15th. And October 13th to 15th is the Iron Chef one in German Flats, and then down at the Walton, the Delaware County Fairgrounds is the Warrior Challenge, where it's a lot of team building activities that they'll be doing down there, and so they'll be doing all sorts of fun things at both places. But we do need volunteers to help run all the events.
And one last event that's I want to tell you about real quick. It's not till January, but it's Blizzard Camp. Last year, Blizzard Camp sold out, and there were units that went last year that have already signed up for this year. So the window's closing. If you're interested in Blizzard Camp, play outdoors, sleep indoors, fun activities, kayak sledding, snowshoeing, winter sports, great fun. Make sure you talk to your unit leader, as unit leaders, talk to your kids, and if they're interested in going, sign up sooner than later. Anything else? Sell popcorn.
So popcorn, fundraising. Fundraising makes your jobs for the parents a lot easier, and just have a great time out there, and we look forward to seeing you guys.
Scout on, good luck.
Seeing you guys next month, and if you have any questions, as always, please send questions for next month into our Facebook Leatherstocking Facebook group.
That'd be great.
All right,
Thanks, guys.
thank you.